Hello everyone, this is the second video of the Java Swing+MigLayout video series. Today I am going to show you how to build this UI. This is simple registration form. We are going to build this one using MigLayout. Okay, let's start. Okay, I am going to create a class called demo2. First of all, I am going to copy some boilerplate code from our previous tutorial. So I am going to copy the main method. We need to extend this to JFrame, import JFrame, and let's write the constructor demo2. Okay, and we have something. So default close operation is required to close the window, and we need pack and set visible function calls also. Okay, in this window we have several components, so let's start adding those components. First I am going to add new JLabel for name and new JText field. Let's import the JLabel. Next is font, add new JLabel For now, let's add text field instead of these combo boxes. I will explain how to add these combo boxes later. Add new JLabel UV, add text field for now. And the next thing is address. Add new JLabel address and add new JText area. Let's add 3 rows and 10 columns. There is a field to upload resume, so it has this text box and button. For now, just add only the text box. I will show you how to add the button later. Add new JLabel resume, add new JText field. Okay, finally we need to add the register button, J button register. Okay, let's try to run this one. Okay, the thing is we didn't add our layout, so call set layout new MigLayout. Now just try to run this one. Okay, we have name, this is a small text field, font, DOB address, and resume and the button. Let's start organizing those components, and please note that I didn't add this registration form title yet. I will do it later. First we need to organize these components correctly, so let's start. First thing is the name. There is a JLabel and JText field in horizontal way, and after that the font text field is there, and below that DOB, and below that address, and below that resume, and below that the register button. So let's try to add those rows. What we need to do is we need to wrap after the text field. Then try to run this one. Okay, as you can see, apart from the name components, other components are in a separate row. Okay, then add wrap here and here and here and here. Okay, let's run this. Okay, we have organized these labels and text fields in a table like manner. So what we need to do is we have to organize this further to look like this one. And what I'm going to do is first I'm going to right align these labels. So let's do it. In MigLayout there is a way to align components. It's AL, and if it is left we should write left, or right we should write right. In this case we should write right. As you can see, those components are now aligned. Only the name label is aligned right, so we have to add that all the labels. Okay, now they are right aligned properly. Let's start moving this register button to the right side. What I am going to do is I am going to add empty label here, and it will push this register button into the next column. Before this register button, I am going to add empty JLabel, and let's see what happens. Okay, as you can see, the register button now is in correct place. So let's start resizing this text field. Okay, so what should be done is we have to instruct this jtext field to grow if there is empty area. So what we should do is we should give the permission to grow and we should request grow. Let's see what happens. Okay, now name field is taking all the space correctly. So if we expand the window, it correctly adjusts its width. So we have to do it all those text field. Okay, let's try to run this. As you can see, now we have added proper alignments and resizing methods. So one thing we need to do is in this jtext area we have to add it to a scholar frame. So if the space is not enough, scholar frame will give enough space. In this jtext area we have to create the scroll frame and we have to pass this jtext area into that. Let's try to run it. Okay, as you can see, now it will give scholar bars if the space is not enough. Okay, let's compare. One thing is height of these text fields are not good. Let's try to increase the height of these text fields. So there are several text fields which are need to adjust heights. So I am going to write a function for that. Let's write private jtext field create text field. First of all, let's create text field and let's call the function set preferred size. It requires dimension object and we have to set width and height. For width we have resize capabilities, so let's ignore that. Let's put 1 here and the width I am going to put 27 and let's return this. Now we can replace this text field with the function call, so it will return correct text field. Okay, let's try to run it. Okay, let's compare. Yeah, now it looks good. Okay, let's try to add this resume upload button here. So let's add it. So resume, after this resume label we have only the text field. What we should do is we should add another button here and let's run this one. Okay, it has came up with bottom row. The reason is that we have called this wrap command here, so we need to remove that one and we need to add wrap command here. After the button it should go to a new line, so let's add it here, run. Okay, now it's there, but the thing is shown column, so that is not what we want. We want it in the same column as the text field. So what we should do is we should split this cell into 2. So by doing that we can have a space to add button into the same column. So let's go to here and we need to split into 2. So let's try. Okay, as you can see, now it's in correct place. Let's compare. Okay, now let's add these combo boxes instead of this text field. Okay, after the DOB label I have this text field. What I want is 3 combo box. So let's add new J combo box and let's add dummy values here. New string array. Let's add 1989 and we need another combo box for month and another for date. So let's add first month and first date. Try to run this one. Okay, it has changed our layout entirely. The thing is we have to wrap after this day combo box, so the address will go to the next line. Let's do that. After the day last combo box I am going to call wrap. Let's run this one. Okay, now it's fine. The thing is there is a separate column for these new combo boxes for month and day, but it should be in the same column as the year. So what we should do is we should split this cell into 3 because we have 3 combo boxes. So let's do it. In this first combo box cell I am going to call split 3. Let's see. Okay, now all the components are aligned properly. Let's compare. Okay, all the components are in proper places. Small thing is this gap between the resume text field and register button. There's a gap which is more than the normal gap. So let's try to add 10 pixel gap. So the way we add gaps, after the wrap we should mention how many pixels. Let's say 10. Okay, it looks like the correct gap. The next thing is this registration form label. So it should be on the top. So let's try to add the label on the top. I'm going to delete this commented line and let's add new JLabel. Okay, let's try. A registration form label should wrap. So let's add it. So then all the other components go below that one. That's fine. Okay, one issue is the registration form is not centered properly. Actually we can check it by debugging this one. So there is a debug role. We can tell MigLayout to show debug lines. So add debug code here and then let's run. Okay, as you can see, registration form label is this one. It's in this column. So what it should do is it should span along both the columns. Let's do it. Let's call span here and try to run it. Okay, now the cell is span and it's expand over the both columns, but the label is not expand. As you can see here, a small blue dashed line is here to indicate the label border. So what we should do is we should ask the label to grow. Let's start run and it should grow x direction. So we say grow x. Let's try to run this. Okay, now label is expanding. What we need to do is we need to center the text of the JLabel. So we can do it by passing JLabel.center into the construct of JLabel. So let's try. Okay, now registration form is aligned center properly. Let's remove this debug and run it and try to compare this one. Okay, there are some styles added to this registration form label, and there is a gap also here, like this resume button and register button. There is a gap between title, registration form title and the name text field. So let's try to do those things. Okay, let's introduce a new variable for this JLabel. I am going to call it title. Title equals this one and pass this title variable here. As you can see, the background is black and the foreground is text color is white. So let's change those things. Title set background color should be black and set foreground color should be white. Let's try to run this one. Okay, foreground color is applied, but we can't see background. The thing is we have to call title.set opaque to true. Let's run this. Okay, let's compare. Okay, now we have the label. The label height should be changed. Let's do it. Title.set preferred size, new dimension, width and height. Because we have added the resize capability, we can ignore it. And height should be 20, let's be 27 as with the buttons. Okay, now we have, let's compare. Okay, now we have registration form label and okay, one small thing, there is a gap between this registration form label and the name text field. Let's try to add this one. After wrapping this title, we can say how many pixels is to drag. Let's add 15. Yeah, and also let's give the size of this whole window. Set preferred size, new dimension. Let's give 350 width and 300 height. So let's run this one. Okay, try to compare. Okay, as you can see, we have achieved that correctly. That's all. Thank you.